The U.S. Mint introduced a new 5-cent piece in 1866 made out of the metal nickel. And it quickly got the nickname as the nickel. So 1866 is when it started. But here's a question, it's a great trivia question. When's the last time they made a silver nickel? And these are not the half dimes from the early 1800s. This is actually in the sequence from 1866 to the present. When did they last make a silver nickel? Now, many of you are saying they made a silver nickel. The answer is yes, they did, during the World War II era. Well, tonight I got a roll-in of each of the three mints. So we're going to have a short conversation on one of the greatest coins of all time. The answer is yes, silver nickels. Remembering that during World War II, the U.S. Mint, the U.S. Treasury did a number of unique things to protect the precious metals for the war effort. And silver was not a precious metal for the war effort, but nickel, copper was. So what did they do? In 1943, they removed copper from the cent. But the first thing they changed was the nickel, the 5-cent piece, the Jefferson nickel. So in 1942, halfway through the year, we went from a 5-cent piece nickel to a 5-cent piece silver. And you're seeing on the back above the Monticello Dome, the P, the D, the S. This is the designation the U.S. Mint put on the back. So when people are looking at their 5-cent pieces, they know which ones are made of silver, which ones are made of nickel. Now they continue this throughout the war effort. And in 1945, the year you're seeing here, it is the last year of issue. Now, uniquely enough, with all the anniversaries that have been out there in the Westward Journey program, which goes back to 2004, 2005 with Jefferson, and Jefferson's on the nickel, all the special coins they made, they have not brought back and made as silver nickel again. When they went to pure silver proof sets in 2019, they did not make the nickel and silver for that set, making it kind of unique. And yes, we've done it before. So the end of an era is right here. Now, a couple of things. Uncirculated coins are the key, and it's the quality of the coin. You're going to notice when you get to the 1944s and 1945s on the silver nickels, and it was how they wrapped them up at the banks at that time, that you're going to see a yellowish toning on a few of the coins. Not spotting, but a light toning. And I actually put a couple in here so you can see what it looks like. It just means they're original. Sometimes when they're too silvery, it means somebody probably dipped it out over time. They should look beautiful, they should look crisp, but having a slight shade of yellow is natural for these coins. More of an FYI. Look at the price. This is for the 3-piece set, the complete set from the last year of issue. They made a total of 11 silver nickels, 2 and 42, and then PDS, 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 43, 44, 45. Tonight we have the uncirculated set, the end of the era. The competition, here are their prices. $38.50 on the P, that's the rare one in this group. $33.95 on the D and $28.50 on the S. Individually, they're over $100 for the set. We found somebody else with the P and the D. They were at $99. We found somebody else with the branch mints, which, by the way, when the mint mark's on the coin, they're kind of all branch mints, right? Just talking out loud. And they were at $89.95. Well, all that's wonderful, and they are great coins, and for true uncirculated coins, special prices. But tonight, again, bought a roll set, that's 40, so we have 40 sets, they're going quickly. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, actually. I see a number of people are buying multiples. Thank you all for buying one, but if you're buying multiples, thank you, I guess, is the answer. Do we have the earlier years? We have the majority of them. I know there's always one or two we're out of the 11 they made, so just check us out, avccoins.com. And then write silver nickel or war nickel is the other nickname on this coin. But the bottom line is silver. And you can tell by the mint mark, the P, the D, and the S above Monticello Dome on the reverse. The end of an era, the closing of a chapter in U.S. history, and now 3/4 of a century later, it still hasn't been revisited, just making it even more special overall. And thanks.